So a few weeks ago, I went to Las Vegas. I always see all the spiritual baddies online saying that Vegas has terrible energy, and I was quite curious to see how I would feel when I was there. So I wanted to share with you some of the things I saw and how I felt about being in Las Vegas. So as I was writing the list of what I wanted to talk about in this video, the first thing I wrote down was how I remembered there were women who walked around and their cutie tiny little outfits, and they either had like little whips or handcuffs, and they'd see men go by. Some lady like smacked my brother, well, like not that hard, but like slapped my brother's ass. The same brother, some lady, different circumstance, tried to handcuff him. And I remember him being like, why me? Why do they pick on me? Not like my other brother. My other brother has a shaved head and he's in the military, so he gives scary vibes. But my sweet middle brother was like, why do they keep bothering me? That stuck out to me. All these women were like in pairs or in trios, and there's always one man with them. And I wasn't exactly like sure if this man was there to protect them or like he was low-key like a pimp trying to make sure like they couldn't get away. That was like one of my first impressions coming into Las Vegas, and it gave me really weird vibes. In fact, my brothers and cousin had a tally they'd keep. They called it the stripper to homeless, even though those ladies out there, I mean, actually I don't know what they were up to, but yeah, the stripper to homeless count, and it was pretty even. Strippers might have went out though. So my next impression was about In-N-Out. And I'm from Connecticut, so In-N-Out does not exist here. I was really excited to try it, and that was the first thing we did while in Vegas, our very first meal also. And it was phenomenal. I loved it. But what cracked me up is that maybe this is just about Vegas, or maybe this is a West Coast thing in general, but it seemed like everyone we talked to about it was like a sleeper agent. We're like, oh yeah, we're really excited to try it now, like we've never had it before. Oh my god, they're the best. Always fresh, never frozen. Every single person said that same exact line. Always fresh, never frozen. I was like, are you all getting paid to say that? Like, why is every single person saying the same exact thing? Maybe it's like an ad for it or something that I just had never heard, but that was really funny to me. And the casinos made me so upset. Like, I genuinely wanted to cry when I was in them a few times. Like, they're just like these dark areas, and the only light are these like rainbow lights that make your eyes hurt, and people can smoke inside, which I did not realize, but every time I'd walk in and just like the congestion of smoke like would give me a headache. And then you walk by and it's like the sweetest little grandma is like sitting there playing. Like, we had breakfast in a casino once, and we went in, had breakfast, and I saw the same exact lady like in the same spot like for 2 hours. So it really just stressed me out. Like, I don't have any grandparents left. I'm like, do I need to adopt these people so they stop doing this? Like, do they need connection? What are they missing that they gamble? It made me really upset. I did not like being in a casino. Just, it felt very low vibrational to me. So that is where I do agree with the spiritual baddies on TikTok that I see. So after going through all the casinos, my cousin actually said this, and it made me be like, oh my god, you're so right. That in the Percy Jackson books and movies, when they go to the Lotus Hotel and Casino and they spend like a few hours in there and it's actually a few days, that hit so close to home in what I was experiencing. Like, it's just always like kind of dark in there. You never know what time it is. You could be in there for so long and have no idea like what it's like outside, if it's day or night. You could just completely lose track of time. So that, I was like, dang, good job, Rick, because like it was just such a well-formed metaphor that I was like, wow. And don't get me wrong, I did really enjoy my time while in Vegas. My favorite day in Vegas was we went to Excalibur, which is one of the casinos, and in the bottom they have the Tournament of Kings, which is like medieval times, and we picked Ireland, and we sat there. They gave us food that you eat all with your hands, and you watch a jousting show, and there's lots of fighting. It was really cool, really entertaining, and yeah, definitely one of the best nights. Haha, pun, one of the best nights was Ireland. Ireland actually did not end up winning, which was really upset, but we had a ton of fun and all had like hoarse voices the next morning. Then as I thought about that, it made me think of like history classes I took, like the bread and circus, how in the Colosseum they just fed people and had them watch these shows of people killing each other to entertain them so they wouldn't, think. So they wouldn't think critically about what was going on around them. And I was like, God, what is wrong with me? There's so many terrible things happening in the world right now and I'm watching a show. That just kind of summed up Vegas in its entirety for me. Bread and circus. So my other favorite day was not in Vegas. We wanted to go for a hike while we were in Nevada. We ended up going to Red Rocks Canyon and we're taking on this guided hike, which was really nice. It was great to breathe like fresh air again. Like it was so crisp and clean, and seeing all of the amazing rock formations, and you're like in the distance and you see like tiny little specks and there are people free climbing up these rocks. You're like, oh my God. I was worried for them too. I'm like worrying for all the people of Vegas, but for different reasons. Oh, I feel like I can't leave this without talking about the Sphere. The resort we stayed in for our timeshare is Holiday Inn, and it's literally right next to the Sphere. Like I literally would open my window shade and it'd be the parking lot of the Sphere and the Sphere. So that was pretty cool to see, but also it made me think of like the Hunger Games where they projected the people who died in the sky. They did that for the Formula 1 race and that looked really crazy. So it just felt like so surreal to be there. I'm like, is this real life? Why is life like this? Like, I think we're progressing in the wrong way. I want to go backwards towards like living off the land. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Las Vegas. Obviously, from my opinions, it does not sound like it was my most favorite trip, but I really enjoyed being with my family. I always have fun with them when we travel together. We do it every single year, so just the memories we make and the time we spend together are even bigger and more monumental than the place we are at. So hopefully if you go to Vegas, you go with people you love and have a great time, because I know I did.